Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. We are growing rapidly out toward the edges here. We're pushing back the other empire's foul influence. I have strong hopes. I think we're going to be able to get some stuff done. Hey, they stole my neutron star! Look at this. Oh. Alright, you guys. You were going to be last on the list, because I kind of trust the Unfallen. But they may have just moved themselves up a little bit. That's possible. In any case, they're not the current target. We have problems to deal with right now. Looks like this Wraith is going to arrive next turn, at which point we will totally blow it up. We are 16 turns away from being able to turn our Behemoth into a Juggernaut, which is disappointing, but I will live. We'll get there, you know? We got a Butcher and a Reaper and a Slicer incoming. How dangerous are these? 1205, 363. Now, these numbers are an abstraction, but they're still, you know, they're useful. And we're seeing largely energy weapons, energy defenses. Nope, this one's the opposite. Okay, they're mixing it up on us. Well, we're not formally at war with the Cravers, and if they don't arrive and attack us next turn, we'll have 2 kites to work with. I'm actually going to drop these guys into the hangar. I think 2 kites should be able to take that out. Even if they do decide they want to get aggressive. This, on the other hand, is a little bit more comprehensive and impressive. Should we... I'm going to drop these guys back into here as well. You two. I'm not too afraid of them invading us. I think we can handle an invasion. We can drop the Homeland Defense tactic on one of the systems, but it's way more likely, I think, that we will lose our ships than that we will lose those systems. And with that, I think we can move forward, right? Our laws are... Nope, our government is empty of laws. That should not be the case. We can definitely afford to be running the Spoils of War Act. And also... Brains over bucks, maybe? We're slightly negative on money right now. That's maybe not a good idea. But I do... we need science really badly. Lower ship costs is pretty good. How bad is this? Minus 186 per turn. You know what? We'll deal with it. I really want to get this done faster. We can support ourselves by selling stuff to the marketplace, and we'll be fine. Now, I don't have the ability to do level 3 modernization. How far are we from that, tech-wise? We are 4 researches away, so pretty far. Alright, let's stay the course here. Mostly what we're doing here is learning about these guys, figuring out the mechanics of the Behemoths, or the beginnings of the mechanics of the Behemoths. It would not be the end of the world if we lost this game. We're here to, hopefully, learn a thing. Alright, we need some basic structures. Kairos is barren and cold. So sustainable farms aren't bad. Yeah, we're only plus 40 food right now anyway. This is only 10 industry here, but 10 industry here is actually very significant. You know what? I think we want to maybe even rush that. No, it is only 10 industry, right? Like, it's hard to justify that cost. If we were to sell off a bunch of, say, Jadonics, make 2k... Yeah, alright. We gotta be able to build stuff here. We need to get more K so that we can get Way of the Obsidian Eagle running again. Well, I suppose let's earn some then. You're low enough on health. I think this would survive. Yeah, this is gonna survive a retreat. But we'll get 1k from making it retreat at least. Can't run away forever. Do I want to ignore the shadow and just chase here? How fast are you? You're only 4. So we would get to Libra before it did. I'm a little worried that once we got to Libra we'd get our asses kicked, though. We don't actually know what's over there. This is a situation where it might be good to have a scouting ship here. Let's stay put until the other kites complete at least. Get the reinforcements coming in. They're running in a scavenger. So yeah, we'll force them off once we have our other kite in place. These guys are leaving. Okay, they're just milling around near their actual target. Still something to be nervous about, though. Okay, what about this guy? What is this guy revealing right now? Nothing. I'm wondering if we should maybe send a colony ship down here and just start grabbing stuff, because we're going to need to have a significant number of systems. But also, it might be safe to wait until after we go through pink. I'm just thinking that the fact that we have to spend KE to make a colony no matter what, combined with the fact that those colonies would be so far away from the main part of our empire, maybe makes that a bad idea. I'll tell you what, we're gonna build the Peregrine. Sorry, the brood ship. And send it out there. Because we can instantly complete a colony, right? So we basically just need to have a bunch of KE to put down the first one, and then from there we can move food. So let's get something out there. We can build ourselves a Behemoth. They're actually not that expensive. You know what? Yeah. Put that on the docket for afterward. Once Denark University is finished, we're going to have another 28. I mean, by then it'll be 30 at least. Industry. Yeah, okay. I think that's where we want to build that. Do we want to do it here instead? Nah. Oh, but I should probably cancel that. We should probably fiddle with this design. Yeah, it is not the thing we want it to be. Okay, first of all, good engines. Actually, strip all of the stuff out of here. Let me see what we actually have in terms of module types, because I'm thinking that we maybe want to allocate a second spot for engine, especially since we're building it pretty far away from the rest of our stuff. This means that we can't throw any support modules in there, but also, like, it has to be faster. We can retrofit it later. So in the defense slots, we'll go you and you. Just split them half and half. I do like these reactive plating modules for the XP too. Especially since ship level is a little bit more important for us than it is for a lot of factions. And then bombers can be pretty good. It takes them a while to get working though. I'm wondering if we might be better off just sticking to entirely conventional weapons. Like, we could go a couple of phased beams and a couple of bullets. Have these ones try to stay up close, but have split offense so that the enemies can't necessarily tech against us very easily. Or we could just go with both opal lasers and then run bombers in the squadron slots. Because bombers can be pretty good. 50 DPS once they've actually connected. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it that way. That way the damage profile of the ship is still split. It's still kind of awkward to tech against, but we have some versatility here. Okay, so that design's going to be a little bit more expensive. Yup. That being the case, we probably... No, it's still right to build it here. We might want to help it along with some dust. Never mind, there's no way we're going to be able to do anything meaningful. Well, it'll be done when it's done, I suppose. So we do still have an outpost running right now. They would have to be thinking about as well.
I shall defend the faith, whatever.
Okay, if you want to close your borders to me, that's fine. That does not affect me at all. Nearly all sentient life in the galaxy depends on food. An empire that controls the flow of foodstuffs possesses more than just sustenance. It holds a decisive edge in matters of trade and politics. Claim this advantage for your empire and reap the rewards. That would not be a terrible reward. I mean, I'm always up for KE. In 20 turns, own the system producing the most food. It's pretty unlikely to be us, actually. Okay, well... You guys are pretty far out of the way, huh? Yeah, let's see, actually, if we can get over to here. Still some curiosities to explore, which gives me hope that maybe the other factions don't know that system's there, somehow. Bumper crop has come to an end, but hey, it was good resources while it lasted. I will run this thing off for another point of KE. It is nice that you always get one when they retreat, no matter what it is that you force to retreat. Not based on how strong they were relative to you or anything. Here, we still... Man, we need colonization tech really badly. Well, building food stuff isn't going to help. Honestly, a little bit of extra vision for Gemini's circle is meaningful. And they're bringing in a lot of stuff. Am I going to try to run them off? I'm worried if we let them build up this much in our territory, they're going to use that to attack us. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's try to run them out. We could use the KE anyway, right? So they're going to try to run at medium range and at short range. How do I think they're going to do this? I want to go with Get Lucky. I guess yeah. We're going to go with Get Lucky and split the ships, and good luck to us. I think we should win this. Our overall defenses seem to be about on par with theirs, while our overall offenses seem to be considerably better. So... this ship should get its job done pretty quickly, and hopefully it will have the firing arc necessary to contribute on the other one then. Actually, this guy's, at the moment, not even winning. That's a little worrying. It's going to be back and forth. Of course, there's some degree of variance, I believe, especially, you know, with our ships having weapons that can deal critical hits. Well, maybe we got a big string of crits while I was turned away for a moment there. But never mind. Things seem to have turned out just fine. And this should be pretty good KE because it's going to be regarded as a relatively even battle, I think. 2 mediums versus 2 mediums and a small. Yeah. And there's that beautiful Spoils of War act kicking in. Told you we wanted that. So this army's coming in with 2 butchers. Neither of them very impressive, though, like actually, as ships. Both pretty damaged. You know what? I think we can just hang here and probably be okay. Repairs would be nice. You know what? Let's disband. Get back in the hangar. I believe you repair slightly faster in the hangar. Zubin's doing a good job of pushing out the influence bubble. What do I need to do here? This is definitely wrong. You know, we could do Ancestral Reverence, couldn't we? Well, first of all, hold on. Let's specialize this planet. Fealty Foundation is great, but we don't really have the KE to put it on a bunch of places. And then, yeah, maybe we send stuff home to help push out that Behemoth a little more quickly. This is like exactly the situation that thing is made for. We may do the same here, actually. I suppose we should pick up this planet before we do anything like that. And how are you doing? Down to only 35. We should be able to take this pretty soon, as long as we keep getting more in. The rest of our backup arrives next turn, and then I think we, with all of these ships together, we make for Libra. Quite a bit of sieging power between the lot of them. Okay, it turns out the Behemoth's gonna take another second to get here. That's fine, we can wait. What do we want to build here? We gotta rebuild this whole thing, huh? Okay, I actually want people to be on Gano 2 before Gano 3. And this is not a great amount of food. This is going to be more for a while at least. Yeah, we got to rebuild the population of that place.
Purpose is to kill.
I will, in fact, not be ceasing my attacks. Again, just continuing to ratchet up the pressure on him. Let's let this fleet decide what they want to do. We're going to take another turn of healing here. Getting 10% HP back per turn. Okay, no, it looks like we get the same amount of healing whether we're in the air or not. Wow, I don't want him to be able to initiate the attack, though. Alright. Denark University is about to be done, which is going to be very, very helpful. Does Dobrynia need to level up? Not right this second, anyway. Pretty close to being out of room already. Yeah, we probably don't need epigenetic crop seeding, although once we get the ability to colonize lava worlds, we will want to have it. That'll help us fill up that third world really quickly. Okay, so they're bringing in 10 ships, but that does mean that they're smalls. 9 actual small ships and a hero, okay. We should be able to let those guys have it. Excuse me. So yeah, plus 20% damage on fleet seems like a pretty obvious point. Ooh, plus 1 Behemoth production limit is not bad either. Plus... okay, it's minus Behemoth ship cost on the system this guy's managing. So we could do this and then pull him back to the capital for a while, but I think we're just going to commit to being good fighters.
Desperate acts for desperate times.
Yeah, we could be friends. That could happen. Manipulating time on Gano, not really that important. We should actually be able to see growth from our other populations now, not just our major population, but it doesn't really matter. Here on Bonnie, yeah, send resources home. Try to get that behemoth out a little bit faster. It's helping. We've taken a turn or two off already. So they're not attacking, which suggests to me that they don't think they have the advantage, and my inclination would be that they would not have the advantage here. Let's have at them, I guess. Yeah, we're all in good shape. Are you as up-to-date as you could be? Using those ultra-dense slugs. Oh, we have unstable slugs available. And we may as well do that, right? This is uniform shielding when we have transformative shielding. Okay. May as well make our little upgrade here. We couldn't afford to upgrade the rest of the ships. And engage. Do I want to do anything else? No, I just want to engage. Let's blow some stuff up. So they are reading as being pretty bad in this battle, and that is what I would expect. I think we want to put 1 medium in each flotilla. This guy goes, yeah, just kind of somewhere. You want to be in the close flotilla. This ship is just going to be kind of out of position. I don't think it's a good idea to move it off to one of the sides, though, because we don't want to be able to lose the middle flotilla easily. We want to make sure we have 3 so that we're getting the... they're not getting a damage bonus. Alright, I think this should go pretty well for us. They thought the same thing. Well, let us pursue. And this thing should come along as well, although it's gonna take just a minute for it to get there. Yeah, we're gonna do some real damage here. So that's a scout. That is a lone hero. Interesting. Not sure what that's about. There are a lot more effective ways to move a hero from place to place. they're moving in a military behemoth as well. I think we should yell at them a little bit. Let's see if we can threaten them into backing off. Oh, actually, we can make a real demand on them. So, free resource term and a free advanced or third-party term. And we can crash their economy a little bit if they don't want to play ball. So what do I really need? Oh! Yes, I would appreciate the economic tribute, please. And then also a simple... we could take Kren Salutis hostage. We take a simple resource term here. In this case, I would like this to be something they might actually do. I'm going to try making it just this way. So we're just going to take economic tribute from them. I'm not going to bother asking for a resource. They don't have anything I really care about anyway. And as a penalty for if they refuse, let's go... minus 75% movement points on ships. That's not bad. Wow. That is a lot of military ship cost increase. We could just crash their empire's economy. Now, let's go with this. Military stand down. If they don't give us the economic tribute, their ships can't move from system to system anymore. They're involved in another war elsewhere, so this should be a penalty that they're not eager to take. This is the value of having all the influence pressure.
Our purpose is to kill.
Oh, they refused. Okay.
You, though.
So we crashed their movement, and now I'm going to shout at them. I assume that they will say no to this. But we still get some benefit out of that.
Our purpose is to kill.
Oh. Well,
You, though.
that has made them really unable to attack us. Because now all of their fleets are going to take like 50 turns to get back into position to threaten us due to the movement crash. So that was a weird series of choices they made there. Reduced pressure from them on us also is good, because that means that we are going to continue to move in toward Nis with our influence bubbles. And it may end up being the case that these guys are the ones where we take a system by Pacific conversion. Not what I would have expected, 50 turns ago. Okay, we are hemorrhaging dust, so let's do a little something about that. Let's just make ourselves a little bit of bank. We're pulling in this stuff pretty quickly now. We can afford to sell off some of that. Just give ourselves a little cushion, rather. Okay, feeling a lot more secure. Hopefully we're going to get to Libra and not find that it has a million ships waiting for us at it. Oh, there is some kind of vessel there. That's mine. I'll take that. Okay, this thing ended. That's fine.
The unfallen watch the winds and watch you. Wondering which
Really, Purple?
think-
Really, Purple? At this moment, this is when you want to attack me all of a sudden? You can believe these guys. Alright, so once the Behemoth is in place to do the siege, we should be able to take Libra down pretty quickly. We want to be a little bit more careful with our manpower on this one. Like I said last time, we're not going to get the free refills anymore, so... Now we have to care. This is Hadar. Alright. So we don't really need... we don't actually need influence anymore. Any place where I'm building influence upgrades, I'm doing it because of the expansion of the resource bubble, not because of the actual influence. Let's make a shipyard. We're able to produce ships pretty quickly here, actually. Why don't we make a kite after that shipyard? Or we could do Ancestral Reverence here as well. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I care about most, is just getting this Behemoth online. And we're going to launch this thing and send it to here. And then once it's here, we'll plot a course from there. Yeah, Bonnie's going to be pretty powerful once it scoops up all of these extra nodes out here. Still a lot of Hisho. We can buff our people now. Get another point of industry per citizen, right? I'm assuming Red Sang is still pretty cheap. This is what I wanted. I want this. There was quite a bit of it on the market before. Yeah. So what was it? We need like 60 something. We can afford to do this. How much was it exactly? 63? It's not a huge benefit. There are definitely factions where it's more valuable to boost your population. You know what? Honestly, I don't... It's one extra industry on 63 different points of population. It's probably worth it. And I mean, this thing also helps us fill the garrisons of new systems we're taking over more quickly, but it's not super good. Alright, 6 turns left on the Juggernaut blueprints. We managed to take some time off of that. I'm pretty disappointed that we didn't get the economic boost from the Cravers. Okay, so let's have at them. I mean, they're just gonna run away. And we all know it. Okay, so our governor finished public relations expert. We could increase the dust output of that system. You're on Bonnie? What is the dust output at Bonnie? Not very much. A percentage boost to not very much is not the direction I want to go in. We'll probably just take the flat science boost. Transformational leadership is just plus, is just straight plus influence now. That's actually really interesting. When we're playing as this faction, every hero has a flat plus influence boost. There's probably a good way to abuse that. I think we're going to take the science for now, though. Even though it's not a huge amount of science, I think it's the best of our options. And let's fight. Hey, remember us? Oh, I destroyed some civilians. That was not who I was aiming at there. Oh, right, because I don't have an action point left, so I can't attack this fleet. And I definitely don't want to attack with the economic behemoth. It's just here to do siege. Although it's not doing siege. Not very much, anyway. I didn't actually make the... Alright. This is the latest design, but I didn't do the retrofit. Yup. Okay, well that's not ideal. Honestly, go back home and get retrofitted. You are not useful to us here without your retrofit. I can't believe... I mean, I can kind of believe. I shouldn't have done that, but I can kind of believe that I did that. That's totally something I buy. Alright, we do still want to set down on Hidel. I mean, we gotta get this dealt with first. Cost doesn't seem to be coming down any further. Well, that's not ideal. We're definitely going to have a really slow victory here. So I'm a little worried about the AI actually being able to win around us. Okay, that has come to an end, and 20% bonus K gains after ground battles for 10 turns. That's not totally ideal. Okay, I think we should be able to defeat these guys. So yeah, kites and all the... Yeah, this is right. My suspicion is they will run. Yeah. This entire faction's made up of cowards. We just don't have enough action points to fight them all. Alright, out on Kionos. Let's do that. Because the influence bubble here actually does kind of matter. And then we may as well build a honeycomb scope. It's cheap enough. And the Miners' Union will be useful once we are actually bringing in the antimatter, which, you know, could be any year now. Here we have a lot of stuff that needs doing. Well, that's pretty obvious. We're in the middle of our territory already, so we don't really need the influence boost here. This is going to have to wait, probably. Yeah, I mean, get that stuff done. We probably don't want to pay Dust to rush too much any At the moment, we have to pay 3,000 to update the Behemoth. Got our neutron star, which is cool. Yeah, we have to pay 3,000 to update the Behemoth, and then we need to have money. Oh, outpost maxed out. Okay. Yeah, and we still have to have money to survive the fact that we're negative economically. So yeah, it is not going to go below 35. Well, I am not ready to spend 35 just yet. I will be. We'll get there. I think here we probably want to go through Rassam. Like, okay, apparently I can't plot a route too much further than that. That's a good start. Hopefully Pink won't close their borders on us. Well, these guys weren't willing to fight us when they were at full health, so I have to assume they will flee again. Oh no, now they want to do it. And, oh, they only have 9 combat points, right. I was about to say, despite having enough command points to be 3 flotillas, but that's right. They're not 10 command points, they're 10 ships. One of them is a hero. So this actually should go really, really well for us then, I think. I'm a little worried about the fact that they're now willing to fight when they were not willing to fight before. It could be a situational thing, but also I wonder if maybe they just upgraded some designs. These ships actually aren't even going to be able to contribute right away. Bad flight paths. Once they hit the turn here, they'll have the firing arc, and they won't be able to get shot back at, so that's pretty good. Okay, this should be cleaned up pretty quickly. This ship's got a good firing arc over here. This is really our main concern. I think we're going to be okay, though. Yeah, this kite should survive. The hero is not shooting down quite as many of these missiles as I would like, but also we should be out of optimal range for them. In fact, we should be getting to extremely not optimal range for them pretty soon. And the hero's actually getting the job done now. Okay. Big success. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of K from that due to, medium ships versus smalls, but also we've created a relic. 9 ships were destroyed, 900 manpower lost. What a sad time for them. Maybe they shouldn't have declared war on me. 20% more damage on fleet. Are we on rewards for that? 10k, maximum K value, and also huge out. Man, this is a great outcome. I can't believe they gave us max K for fighting a bunch of smalls with 3 mediums. It's just checking the command point values, I assume, or maybe it's looking at the overall offensive and defense values of the ships. Hey, this is weird. This might actually be a combat arc. 1039 offense. What could it possibly be doing all the way over here? There aren't any systems for it to anchor on. Maybe it's scouting? I don't know. Dobrynia actually could use this modernization. Like, this influence bubble might matter a little bit. This is certainly worth building here. Okay, 5 turns left on the Behemoth. 1 more turn on that. Their fleet is coming back in with its 2 movement. We have a ton of diplomatic pressure on these guys too. So let's make ourselves in a little advance here. From you, I would love some economic tribute. Oh wow, you really don't have the science. Never mind. How about... Sure. Improved fleet management, and I don't know, maybe like all of your dust? And if you don't give it to us, I will, there will be a diplomatic penalty. So if we reduce their influence output, it'll mean our influence bubbles creep in on them considerably faster. I don't really care how this goes. Either one of these outcomes is good for me.
I shall defend the faith.
Okay. It is usually the case that they say they will not comply with your demands, so we might be able to get Bereus within our influence bubble, so we probably should get back on super light content. Like, it might be useful soon. we're almost done with the Juggernaut blueprints. So we've dealt with all these notifications. Yeah, we own this neutron star now, which is super cool. Just even more influence for Bonnie. And once we get the Behemoth out here, we need to make sure that we remember to switch all of these systems back off of Reverence. Having some starvation? Heracles. Oh. Whatever. At some point we're going to pay this 35, and that's just going to be a colony. I don't actually have to care about that. They think that they are mightier than we are. I don't know. Maybe. Somehow I doubt it, though. Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff to search here. Subterranean, life form. Yeah, I mean, may as well start here. We're going to search it all. Okay, there are ruins in this system, old enough and sophisticated enough that they must have come from the Endless. There are machines within machines, some of which are still running, and others that are so alien you're not sure how to tell if they're running or not. It will take time to investigate properly. That is, if you don't want to just take the dust and run. No, of course not. Let's take a very small science penalty for a chance to discover something in 10 turns. And also we got a little bit of blue cat mold and a little bit of adamantium. It's pretty unexciting haul, all told. Well, let's keep having at them. I'm going to turn off watch just in case they do decide to stand and fight. Okay, you're finally... There we go. And now we have the better engines in there. I should have noticed that we didn't have the good engines, so that's going to be much more effective siege. I want you not to ask me for orders every turn. That's where I'm at on that. How much K do we need to have before it's a good idea to finish this colony? I have no idea. I am going to drop Way of the Obsidian Eagle on the home system. Apparently not quite enough to take off a turn. Still getting some value from the Behemoth aura on that as well. Alright, let's see if I calculated the value of this thing correctly. Yep, minus 265 per turn. There we go. That's what a successful siege looks like. You, whatever you are, you need to go away. The exact same fleet that we just chased off of here. Sorry. Another instance of that fleet that we just chased off of here. Definitely not the exact same one. 8th of 15th of Carval has leveled up, and I do not really remember what he was doing, but everybody loves food and industry. And we have another hero at our disposal. So, some Vodyani are looking to jump ship and join the winning team. We can pick up a Technologist Seeker. I'm not sure how many more Guardians we really need. Although I have to say, I don't love Seeker in general. Yeah, you know what? I think we are taking another Guardian. So will it be a Hisho or a Vodyani? And will it be a Governor or a Commander? 10% fleet health is not a bad initial skill. 10% shield penetration is kind of whatever. What does your faction-specific quadrant have? Or rather, section, not quadrant. Plus energy weapon damage is cool. Plus 6 movement on the whole fleet. Yeah, you know what? We're taking this guy, because if we could get up to that, that would be lovely. So, yeah. Inav Saint Liar. And you get to be a fleet commander somewhere. I don't even know where. Over here, I guess? It's probably more likely that we get attacked on this side. I guess we could make this this guy a governor for a little while. Just build up some XP by being present where stuff is being built. And you know, this initial skill's not bad, actually. And then we'll grab, like, fleet health. Do I want vision range and experience or shield capacity on his personal ship? I think I'd rather do this, even though the value of it at this point in the game is lower. Just because personal shield capacity for the hero's small ship I don't think is really super valuable. Alright, and we'll call on you when we need you. So here we have some growth occurring. We may as well build this. This is going to get good eventually, over time. And we're going to wait this out. We're going to actually let that resolve all the way. Only going to be a few turns. We're going to have our Juggernaut blueprints. We're going to have our military behemoth that we can re-specialize. I'm excited for this. I'm curious to see exactly what a Juggernaut can do. A brilliant inventor from the Camos system has created a wondrous piece of technology. A neural device that allows one to temporarily control the thoughts and actions of another. Unfortunately, the inventor only created one, and he apparently passed away shortly after testing it for the first time. There's a bit of a hullabaloo over what to do with the device now. Well, I think we use it to boost the new hero's XP. We certainly don't need 10 extra influence. Somebody beat us to being the first to invade 7 systems. That's fair. I certainly was not doing that. Yep, we're still having lots and lots of births. I mean, everything's going fine. We're in a little bit of a waiting period here. Alright, Juggernaut number 2 is active and much better armed. Alright, how many turns are we talking about to get over here? Not really that many. But before you go anywhere, actually, we finished the Juggernaut thing, so we're going to mess with that. Hold on, let's get some basic building going here. You guys could probably... Boy, what could we do here? Wait. It's still waiting. We're still waiting. We're getting lava colonization, aren't we? No, we're totally not. Let's throw this in here, maybe even at the beginning of the queue. And then we'll pick something else up. Mission flexibility? Unlocks additional support slots for behemoths. That's actually really good. It lets us build a better version of the economic thing. We can pick up impactless sites. We can pick up some better mining modules, which we do need, actually, for our quest, right? Hold on. What is that quest? Produce 4 strategic resources per turn with a behemoth for a duration of 10 turns. So how do we do that? Does one of these actually let us do that? Deposit value multiplier 225%. Yes, this would totally let us do that. So, Exploitation 1 just gives us access to some other mining tech that we probably wouldn't use. Yeah, we'll just throw this on here too. So those will be the 4 things that we research to get access to the next system development. Someday we'll finish that Citadel's design stuff. Alright, Celis needs to... Oh, hey! The Unfallen came by and revealed a Guardian for us. Well, that was nice of them. Providing, of course, that they don't intend to use that in some heinous way. Maybe I do want to keep a bunch of our systems devoted to sending resources back home and just try to take this wonder. It's crazy that nobody else has built it. I wonder if the AI is just not valuing it. It's actually pretty good. Obviously, it's better earlier, but what are you going to do? So for right now, maybe we do this thing. Send all the resources home. Now, you... Destructive Obliterator, a powerful Juggernaut, or a massive Citadel. Turning it into a Juggernaut would cost us 6,500 dust, and also we need 5 antimatter. Okay, well we could move it toward the front and figure out all those resources later. They're moving a Juggernaut toward, or a Behemoth toward us. It is military. It's showing as being considerably better armed than ours is. I'm not that worried about the dust. We can sell a bunch of stuff. We can get dust. I am not sure how we would acquire 5 antimatter. Never mind. Not actually that hard to do at the moment. Okay, so let's sell a whole bunch of stuff then. How much? What all did we need? I guess I probably can't check that. Oh no, I can while it's in flight. 65, and we need to maintain 15 of the initial strategics. So, if we sell 100 titanium, and then some other garbage, so we just have a bunch of other garbage. Potatoes we don't need, jade onyx we don't need, and then like a little bit of these, you know, we want to maintain some money after we make this, make the move. Okay, so next turn we're gonna stop at Hadar and rebuild, reform. I guess we can get all the way to Dobrinia before doing that. I mean, am I allowed to change it while it's in flight? No, okay, must be orbiting a star system. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. We're gonna see some cool stuff, I think. Then we're probably gonna need a bunch more dust to add modules. Well, we'll figure it out when we get there. Yep, ancestral reverence. Let's let's see if we can get a wonder done. Oh, I should have attacked with... They're building ships up over here. What am I doing? This fleet should be fighting people. Should never pass up a chance for battle because we need the key. Okay, let's have you get over to here. And we're just going to transform into a behemoth right here, into a juggernaut right here in front of everybody. It can be embedded in fleets and can be further upgraded by having more slots or by unlocking the Ion Wave, a powerful ability which damages all fleets present on the node. Really? That sounds okay. A juggernaut in 2 turns will be inactive during its transformation. Yes, do it. Make that happen. We're gonna need it. The good news is this thing still has no manpower, and as such it can't actually be a threat to our system. Here, they've brought a considerably more effective fleet forward. We've allowed them to build it up a little bit, which is definitely my mistake, but I think our tactics here are still solid. They really want to be at long range, so we're going to close on them. Yeah, we should win this. Hopefully we can close before we take too much damage here. We do have a gun to help take down the missiles. Hopefully that'll be good enough. And they put everything into a single flotilla. Interesting maneuver. Well, these, the side flotillas here should still be pretty effective at these ranges, I would think. Come on, shoot that stuff down. Those look like swarm missiles. Yeah, that's bad. The problem with swarm missiles is that you need a whole lot of guns to bring them down. You can only hit so many individual missiles per volley of bullets. The good news is this thing's under half already. Obviously our hero ship is extremely dead here. But now they have to fight the other flotillas, and we're going to probably prevent this thing from firing another volley. Yeah, okay. So that volley's going to connect. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Actually, not great. Not great for us. The good news is... Never mind. I was about to say the good news is I don't think they have a firing arc on this flotilla, but they totally do. Nope, they lost it. And now we've established an arc on them, so we get to fire back a bit. Maybe even totally lethally? Yeah, I thought the battle was going to end before we could kill him, but it looks like that is not the case. Flight paths are tremendously important, and as far as I know, there's no way to affect them. You just kind of have to know, like, if I match this tactic against that tactic, it'll end up with this wiggly thing that ends up behind them, because that is not what it displays on the actual battle screen. So, 4K, not exactly a dominant performance, but still, good rewards in general. Here we have a single Phantom, 459, 150. We can probably take that down. Yeah, we can take that down with this thing. This thing has real weapon modules on it now. It wants to be at short range if possible. We don't need to watch this. He's probably just going to retreat. Yep, one more K for us. And also, now you get to have plus 80% damage on your personal ship. Now, we should take hull plating absorption on the whole fleet, especially given how missile heavy the Vidyani have been. Or the Riftborn, rather. And we need to produce ourselves some ships. So that's got to end. Oh, man. We need way more Hyperion. Is there... Not really any Hyperion on the market. Every time we sell Hyperion, it gets bought immediately. Well, shoot. Man. Alright, let's redesign the Hawk. It's a pretty Hyperion-light design. Do I want to do this? If we're talking about swarm missiles anyway, the odds are we're not going to be able to destroy them in the first place. Maybe we should just go for the opal lasers? The DPS of these bullet weapons is considerably higher, though. No, I'll go for this design. Let's build a couple of those. Get me a few Hawks. So, let's fiddle with the Juggernaut design. Okay, it has a couple of slots that you can only use by paying Quadronix. That's certainly interesting. Slot modifier is ×8. Oh my. So the most effective weapon we have, the most effective base weapon we have, is actually still these bullets. Although, remember that the kinetic weapons never get 100% of their damage against ships. They do 100% of their flak damage against missiles and squadrons, I guess, but we're definitely going to do this. Hold on, let's strip these all out. I see what it's going for with the 15% repairs, what with it having 64,000 health and everything, but we probably should put in some other stuff. Like a kinetic enhancer is probably a good idea. And then maybe another engine? Or maybe that's a defensive slot. Maybe that's fine how that is. Oh, no, you know what we should put in is one of these Venerable Standards. 10% damage and also double K gains from any battle that it's part of. That's useful. Okay, and then we probably just want to mount weapons? Maybe... Let me think here. These would be some very effective bombers. And bombers do pretty good DPS, but I'm a little worried. We're going to be mostly fighting mediums and smalls. We will do considerably more damage with the slugs. Do I want to put a tractor beam on this? It's an interesting idea. Nah. No, I probably want to just mount a whole bunch of slug weapons on it. We'll keep the medium ships on the energy weapons. Again, just trying to keep things mixed up. And then we'll not have any defensive slots. Is that... Hold on. Are any of these defensive? Nope. So this is a heavy version of the module. This is a 16x slot right here. That is going to be some bombardment. So we have 6,900 defense, but no actual plating or anything. Maybe I should... Hold on, maybe we should discard this, because our damage is going to be pretty impressive anyway. Put this here, and then use this for, like... Use that for a defensive slot, because we should probably have either some plating or some shielding. Yeah, alright, let's make it look like that. I'm really eager to see this thing in action. I assume they're going to send this, like, over the bridge between Bani and Gano toward Libra? Okay. We managed to pull that off. Unfortunately, our invasion force is a little bit light now.
I shall defend the...
Do not press us too far, and do not mistake Simon.
You know, I would not be opposed to having some friends, that's for sure. This guy will be active next turn. Yeah, I don't think we have the ability to keep this stuff over here waiting for the Cravers to show up and do damage. We gotta start relocating ships. The Riftborn are starting to get pretty serious about this survival thing. Well, we definitely want to attack. Let's run these guys out of here real fast. Okay, yeah, we need backup. Like yesterday. So apparently all of the ships are actually getting built at Pixis. I'm assuming from the direction they're all coming in from. That's a little inconvenient for me. I assumed that when we got to Libra and there was nothing here that we had successfully defeated their navy. But they just had a lot of other stuff coming from a different direction. You know, we probably need to pull these ships too. Leaving myself borderline defenseless on a number of fronts. Ah, man. It's gonna take so long for us to get over there anyway. Nah, let's stay here. Yeah, it's too long of a trip. And we need to wait on Hyperium before we can build another kite. Or I could switch up the kite design, but I really like them having those Hyperium lasers. Alright, so we only have 400 manpower worth of offense, and they're going to draft, right, without question. I'm not sure that we actually defeat a drafted force in a single turn with only 400 manpower, and then they're just going to draft again next turn. Yeah, losing all those ships really hurt. Well, I suppose there's no value in not trying it. If we lose the battle, we don't lose KU, right? Let's engage in a little bit of bombardment. Yeah, we can't actually defeat a drafted force, so they're going to draft again next turn, and we're going to lose even worse. Oh well. We'll head back to friendly space and refill soon. If they start coming along from Gano toward Libra, we gotta pull back, probably. Until we can rebuild a little bit. The Juggernaut will certainly help. And I think it should be ready now. Now, let's see what these guys do. Oh, they're moving back toward Bonnie. They don't really seem to have any idea what they want to do. Let's make this upgrade. So now we are actually the thing we displayed there. What? Man. It's 10 command points by itself. It has 82,000 health. 48,000 offensive rating. Do I think I can just roll it over here and fight 7 command points worth of ships? Yeah, I kinda think that might be a thing we could do with this. Oh, hold on. Let's do some other stuff. We have some other things to take care of this turn so far. We got AI labor. This is a wonderful, wonderful thing. There's a bunch of places where we should probably build AI labor. Not as much here as I was thinking. Oh, here we definitely have to stop doing that. And then once we have this planet, we build AI labor. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut some of these reverence things. I think here we can keep it going. Yeah, the benefit of AI labor here is pretty minimal. Where else are we doing that? Zubin? Zubin only has one sterile planet, and we're not on it. So yeah, here I think I'm gonna keep the ancestral reverence going. Okay, I guess we're not really building it in that many places. In this place, however, AI labor is amazing. Unfortunately, that is what we're doing instead of building ships. Alright, let's do another turn of bombardment. Oh! Really? Wait, what happened in the battle? Hold on a second. Did they not... They didn't draft. Well, that was a huge error. They thought the tractable armaments would be enough. Yeah, that's... Oh, man, that's a bad play. Okay, we're definitely occupying this. This is mine now. We are also shooting at this ship. Yep, the Juggernaut is readied. I'm very excited to see it in action. Get out of my space. Get off of my worlds. Yeah, look at that. They gave us the system fully populated and... Oh, that was a huge mistake. I can't believe they did that. Let's check out the encounter remains. And, like, we don't actually have to even be that worried about this getting taken over immediately because it has 20 points of population that we can put to use, and... Oh, just phenomenally dumb. Not a mistake a player would ever make, I'll tell you that. So we're still only at 67k. I was kind of hoping to wait until we were above 70 before dropping the 35 to finish Heracles, because obviously I'd like us to at least be content. May have to wait a little while longer. Alright, let's commit the Juggernaut. I'm really hoping that I'm not going to get over here and find that it can't handle this. But we can pull this fleet back to Bonnie now, too. Or we could press on because we know that they're distracted. No, we need to meet up. They're not going to necessarily make that mistake again. Let's pull back both of these ships back to Ghana. Like I said, I'm not too worried about them showing up and successfully reclaiming. They don't seem to have a lot of ships that actually have manpower on them anyway. We could yell at these guys for some reason.
Listen and watch.
No, I'm fine with them being over here. We're getting wrecked on pressure by them. Their score is way higher than ours is. We have...
While you're here. Now.
Okay. Can't make diplomatic demands during the war. Fair enough. Looks like we are over the line. No, okay, we're just about to be over the line, so we can make another demand of the Cravers soon. We may wait until the bar fills up all the way, though. Turns out our people love militarism. Who could have guessed? Alright, let's end the episode with a show of force from the Juggernaut. With what I'm hoping will turn out to be a show of force from the Juggernaut, and not it just getting blown up. Listen, if it gets blown up, then we've learned something. We discovered 60 empires, 60 science production in that encounter remains. That's fine, I guess. Over here on Kamos, we need more orders. Probably food, right? At some point it's the food. I guess now. Get the food, colonize Kamos too, you know, just work on it. They have their military behemoth coming in. We'll catch it here. And that next turn will be the last turn of the episode. That's how we'll do it. So we're rebuilding our manpower here. Okay. Completely refilled next turn. We're also going to be back at full health pretty quickly here. Unfortunately, we're looking at kind of a long travel yet for reinforcements. We can bring these two little ships over. That'll help at least. Get another 100 manpower. 200 manpower into the fleet. Okay, who else needs orders? You guys are where you need to be. Oh, okay, this... I mean, I'm just gonna go take the system that the... what do you call it is in. The action can be restored by a behemoth equipped with the Extreme Terraformation module. You can restore destroyed planets. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if anything special happens when you restore Harrow. But yeah, like, this is it, right? We go and take this. We might want to make formal friends with Pink before we do that. Well, we have a couple of turns to figure out what the plan is on that. Alright. Let's try to have at their behemoth with our Juggernaut. What else do they have here? Okay, they also have this 7-point fleet. Well, they've moved an awful lot of things into the general area. And this guy over to here. Merge you all up. So this is going to be the last thing we do, taking care of that. Do we want... We don't really need expanded mines here. We do need to grab some more colonization space. Libra. AI labor is fine. It's just 5... It's just going to be 25 industry. It's still a 10% boost to the industry of the system. Sorry, it'll be 25 once this is actually full. What are... Our population types here? Okay, those guys just like loyalty. These guys like sterile worlds. So you should be moved over to the sterile world. As should you. As should you. Okay, and then I guess from there it sort of doesn't matter. It's just people are where they can fit. Okay, this has ended. Not really valuable for this faction. I really like it when that event shows up with most factions. I think we'll probably chill here for another turn, let the other little ship catch up with us. So is there anything else that needs doing? We have lots of stuff in the tech queue. Okay. Let us have at them. I have no idea which fleet it's going to attack. Is this a good idea? Their military behemoth is, yeah, considerably weaker than we are. This fleet's showing up as 4759, 4140. Weird. I guess they have 2 mediums, but they're support mediums with almost no weaponry. Oh, you know what? It's not reflecting the damage output properly on these because they have bombers. I think we can do this. Let's have at somebody. Will somebody fight us? No, they're just going to run. I mean, let's watch in case they don't. But yeah, we just want to get in there and get right up on them. Yeah, they're just going to run. I should have installed the... We can still install that tractor beam. Do I want to do that? Like, cut the plating for a tractor beam? Maybe we cut the standard. I do love double K gains, but the K gains with this thing are going to be a little weak anyway. Nope, I'm doing it. Tractor beam. We are going to shoot something with this Juggernaut. Never mind, that's right, it equips several copies of the thing. It's not actually going to be for Adamantium. Well, okay, I guess we're not going to get to show off our Juggernaut. I think this does have to be, though, where the episode ends. Come back next time, I swear to you, this Juggernaut is going to get to blow something up. And we'll see you then.